Hey, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Lori, and I am here to bring you faith-based content. Today, I want to talk about waiting on God, which used to be one of the hardest seasons for me because I was always worried about what was going on in my life, what I needed to do, where I was going to go, and things would be going good and moving right along, and all of a sudden it would come to a standstill. Like there was no evidence that God had his hand in anything that I was praying about. I would try to make things happen to keep busy and connect with people who probably weren't supposed to be in my life at that time. These distractions would keep me off of the path that was planned for me. I used to get so upset because I couldn't understand why God would allow me to have to wait at certain points in my life. The more quiet he was, the harder it was for me to trust him until I started taking my relationship with him more serious and paid close attention. And that's when I realized that there's always a reason for the waiting season. I want to share some of those reasons with you because perhaps you're in a waiting season and not understanding why. The first thing that God revealed to me is that he desires a close and intimate relationship with us. I know for me, sometimes I can start off good and be spending time with God, and then I start getting busy to where my acknowledgement of him becomes almost non-existent. With all the cares in the world, it's easy to get distracted with the things that we have to take care of. The wrong distractions can take us away from that time with God to the point where we only call on him when something goes wrong. I mean, who wants to be in a relationship with someone who only calls when things are wrong? God loves us so much that he is constantly pursuing us. Sometimes we are way too busy and don't even notice. A lot of times when he is silent or falls back, that's a time when he wants us to seek him. Pursue him for a change. One of my favorite scriptures is Romans 8:28, and it says, "For I know that all things work for the good of those who love God and who has been called according to his purpose." God sometimes has us in the waiting season to prepare us for the next stage of our purpose. The things that has happened and that we have been through up to this point has not happened to us, but for us. God is not a God of waste, and he uses every situation to benefit us, whether we realize it or not. In this preparation, God is doing a work in us to get something through us to fulfill the purpose. This is a time where he is working on our character to make us more like him and is pruning away the things that will hinder us. This is another reason why prayer and staying in his word is so important. Meditating on his word will allow us to search our hearts and allow him to give us revelation on the things that we need to work on and change in preparation for where he's taking us. These changes won't happen overnight, but if we stay aware of what he's telling us and put consistent effort in making the changes, it will happen in due time, and we will be better equipped for what he has for us in the future. A lot of us do not like the word patience because it makes us uncomfortable, especially in this get it right away, fast-paced society. If you were like me, I had the mindset of I'm gonna make it happen, and I would come up with a plan and would have who I was gonna contact to make this happen the fastest. But sometimes God interrupts those plans and take us the scenic route to where it takes longer than we expected. Many times we are so focused on the destination to where we miss out on the beautiful experiences and lessons that he's presenting to us that will benefit us in the long run. But even God is so patient and gracious to where he will allow it to happen over and over again until we finally get it. Sometimes when we don't get the lesson the first, second, or third time, we create our own waiting season. In this time, we must slow down and trust that each delay is shaping us into the person that we are going to become. By cultivating patience, we open ourselves up for a more richer experience in the waiting season that goes beyond reaching the goal. Every season in our life is important, and God is there even in the waiting season. It's important to draw closer to Him so that even in the waiting season, we will know how He wants us to spend that time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed.